Hey, watch this. I'm going to take a soup starter mix of grains and beans called a Natural Holiday Blend and 4 cups of water. I'm going to mix them together like this. I'm going to soak them in the refrigerator overnight. And tomorrow I'm going to cook this into some soup. It's got pinto beans, red kidney beans, grains, split peas, lentils, all kinds of good stuff. Well, let's just soak them overnight and get them soft and ready to cook. And tomorrow I'm going to end up with a delicious soup like this. I'm going to put a little avocado oil into a pan, some fresh chopped up carrots and celery and onions. So we're going to get that going here. Now, this is what the beans look like after they soaked about 8 or 9 hours. So what we're going to do is rinse them, get rid of any debris that's floating around in there, and change the water here. And you can see what a nice variety of beans we have. It's beans and grains, all sizes of beans. It's lima beans, it's kidney beans, it's lentils, which are so healthy for you, it's split peas. What a great variety. And I'm just going to rinse them a little bit here in the sink. As soon as the veggies are a little bit translucent, we're going to add the beans into this mixture. So while these are cooking a little bit, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper so that we season the vegetables as they cook. Alright. Now let's take this beautiful bowl of beans and add them in. We'll stir that around. Let's put in with it 2 quarts of fresh butter. Okay. I'm going to add 1 quart first. Stir it a little bit. That really simmers things down. Let's add another quart. Here's the second quart. Now that's about the amount of liquid that we're going to start with here. As you cook, you can always add more liquid depending on what you're going to put in your soup. Now I added the celery and carrots as an extra vegetable, but I'm also going to add some pot pie noodles that I've been saving for this soup, but not until the last section of cooking. Alright, I'm going to let this simmer. Okay, now we've cooked this for about 20 minutes and the beans are starting to get soft, but the water is also cooking out, so I'm going to add another quart of water, because into this mixture I'm going to add the pot pie noodles. And these are nice broad noodles. They are the thicker type that take a little bit longer to cook than the regular quick wide egg noodles. These are going to be really nice. So I have about 5 ounces here, about half of a bag. I'm going to stir them in and I'm going to add a bay leaf. And the bay leaf helps to eliminate some of the gaseous properties of all those beans. But we're going to take the bay leaf out at the end. So let's just simmer these now with the noodles in, and we'll soon be ready to have some soup. I don't mind adding a little more water later, and I'm going to add some miso paste. Okay, let's simmer some more. Alright, now I believe the cooking is complete. You can see how nice and plump the noodles are, and the beans look wonderful. I'm going to fish out the bay leaf. Get rid of that. Now, I do want to add some miso paste. Why? Because it helps with the nutrition, it helps with digestion. We're going to take some of the broth out, and we're going to mix the miso paste into that, because it's hot and it's easy to dissolve that way. Miso paste is kind of thick, and it's got a flavor that you won't want to get all of one bite at a time. So I like to dilute it. I'm going to use about a teaspoon and a half of miso paste. This has vitamins, minerals, and probiotics, which helps your digestion and helps a lot of things in your body. You can read about it a little bit. It's really nice, and it also enhances the flavor. It's kind of a seasoning if you ask me, but you can see how difficult it is to just dissolve. So that's why I think it's important to dissolve it in some nice hot liquid first. Much easier, and it spreads out through the soup much better. All right, there we go. Let's add that miso. And then a little more seasoning. I'm going to use some Italian herbs to stir in here. Just a little squirt of that. And I put them at the end because we're going to turn the heat off now. And if you actually boil the miso paste, you kind of lose that probiotic ability. So we want to let it settle down and spread out without cooking it any further. And I'm going to serve it up into a bowl with the broth. Now you can always add more water here if you'd like to. I did add an extra quart of water while it's cooking because the noodles kind of absorb some more of the liquid too. But all those different types of beans in here, I mean, it's great to have a soup starter to make your soup very easily get started with some dry beans. But you can also make your own mixtures. Make several containers full of different kinds of beans that you like the best. And I'm also going to serve it with some mini oyster crackers. Find yourself a nice mixture of dried beans and add all the ingredients you like the best. Thanks for watching.